we are gonna do an SCP reading, so
Ooh.
let's take a second away from the game. You know what, True? I'm gonna let you pick a random number because I know you have no idea about any SCP, so just pick any number you feel like.
Between what's the range?
It's like fucking up to like 10,000 or something, so you got a whole list to work with.
Okay.
As long as it's not 889, we're up fine.
This is not 889. I'm
Yeah.
curious on that one, but
Oh
I'm not
no,
going to
that's the
say
one
that
we
one.
read already.
Oh,
Yeah, I
fair.
think
I
I have it
forgot the
wrote
number of
down.
that one. 1428.
1428. All right, 1428. Let's see what this is. AP 1428. That's not that long. Alrighty. SCP-1428-1 is currently contained at Area 108 and is housed in the tungsten cage with a 1.5 times 2 meter times 1.5 meter incinerator unit. The walls of the unit are consisted in 3 layers. The innermost layer is composed of a fireproof concrete at a thickness of 30 centimeters. The intermediary layer is composed of a lead of a thickness of 15 centimeters. The innermost layer is composed of concrete at a thickness of 10 centimeters. Oh, it's a Keter class. Okay, I was like wondering, why the fuck do you need all this fucking incinerator things? It's Keter. It's the most dangerous or hard to contain. SCP-1428-1 is to be incinerated 3 times daily at 12 a.m., 8 a.m., and 4 p.m. At a temperature of 400 degrees centigrade. What the fuck does that mean? For a period of 30 minutes. Under no circumstances are any personnel to enter the containment chamber or make direct physical contact with SCP-1428-1. Repair and replacement of equipment to be carried out by remote-controlled drones. The chamber is equipped with dosimeter to detect whether SCP-1428-1 has entered a passive state. If this occurs, contingency Fusang-A is to be implemented. SCP-1428-2 is to remain under surveillance for anomalous activity, and the site is to be enclosed with electrical fencing. Any civilians that approach or attempt to enter the site are to be detained, interrogated, and administered Class A anesthetics. Personnel are to report if the object in the statue's third hand moves or regenerates. No fewer than 5D class personnel to be kept on site and restrained for the purpose of carrying out contingency Fusang-A. Alright. SCP-1428-1 is a creature that superficially resembles Corvus? What the Micronesos? What the hell is that? It's a bird. Okay, it's just a crow. It's tripedal and does not possess a cloaca. The third leg has been observed to remain tucked up under its body. Unless it enters an active state, it does not need to eat, sleep, nor breathe, does not age, and suffers no physical adverse effects from prolonged exposure to extreme high temperatures or radiation. SCP-1428-1 has never been observed to communicate, and its intelligence is unclear, just like me. 1428-1 has 3 states. Inert, passive, active. While inert, it demonstrates no anomalous other than the previous stated. Passive state are marked by gamma radiation emitted at vaguely intensity. There's no clear consistency in the change of radiation over time, generally ranging from 5 to 90 W-M/2, but occasionally reaches a level of 150 watts. The energy rates from 1 to 1.5 MeV. These words are too smart for me. During an active state, SCP-1428-1 will produce plasma and thermal energy consisting of solar coronae, coupled with a burst of gamma radiations at an exponentially increased intensity. Record charges have been at a high at 348 watts with 20 MeV. While the thermal effects of an active state persist for only an instant and are confined with immediate vicinity SCP-1428-1, the sheer magnitude of release invariability results in catastrophic damage. Distraction your fave game trail. You're okay. I. So it's a bird that releases radiation. That's what I'm picking up on. It's a crow that just releases a bunch of radiation. Okay. Following a active state, SCP-40 will begin to emit aurora bands consistent with solar radiation. These bands appear to induce a compulsive effect in human observers, causing them to attempt to approach the source of the aurora. Individuals under the influence of this effect are completely unresponsive to external stimuli and will perform no action other than approaching the aurora. The bands persist for approximately 1 full day after the active state has ended. While SCP-1428-1 is in a passive state, it will enter active states once every 3 months mundane unless exposed to external combustion at an intensity approximately to 400 degrees Celsius. Who discovers this? Who's just like, this bird produces radiation. Let's just light it on fire, you know? Conjugates are greater, which will cause it to become inert, while physically contact with SCP-1428 is possible. Any attempt to physically harm it other than incineration will result in an active state. Okay. SCP-1428-2 is a temple or shrine located in blank province of China, approximately blank kilometers northwest of the site where SCP-1428-1 was discovered. The site was constructed in approximately blank BCE and contains religious texts and iconography inconsistent with the region. The most significant of these are a ritualistic form of human immolation in the presence of an entity known as Redacted. This entity is a 3-armed humanoid and is featured in numerous designs throughout the site. The majority of these designs depict what appears to be SCP-1428-1, the pretense on the entity's shoulder. Okay, so it's a pet bird of a god who has 3 limbs. A 0.5 m times 1.5 m times 0.5 date statue of Redacted is located at the approximate center of the site, and the entity holds an object in each of its hands of the Earth, the Sun, and a partially burned data expunged. This is genuine instead of being constructed of jade, and shows no sign of decomposition despite being at least redacted years old. Additionally, while biologically dead, it was generated at a temperature of 3 degrees centigrade and has been observed to make subtle movements. Occasionally fixates on individuals that enter its range of sight and opens its mouth through I can't speak. They're trying to speak. After analyzing several texts recovered from the site consists of testing, it's confirmed that humans' immolation in Site 1428-2's vicinity will effectively cause SCP-1428 to skip its active state. If immolation occurs, the data expunge will begin to gestate as through silent laughing, and the burnt tissue on it will regenerate at a rate proportional to the number of individuals killed by the procedure. Okay, so it's a bird and a statue that you gotta burn the people around a statue so the bird doesn't cause fire. Okay, I think I get it.
That is interesting.
It is very interesting. Contingency Fung Sang-A, the intensity of incineration on SCP-1428-1 is to be increased to 800 degrees Celsius if SCP-14-1 does not revert to inert state within 30 seconds. When Class D personnel housed at SCP-1428-2 shall be immolated. Subsequent personnel may be immolated as necessary. Ah, hell yeah. Oh, babe, it's 5 p.m. You know what it means. I gotta go get burned at the ritual site.
Time to get burned.
Addendum 002, unredacted. The object in the statue's third hand modified its orientation of its own accord and began to fixate upon the approximate location of Area 108. Plus, its position has not shifted since the incident, and no other anomalies have been reported. Well, that's quite the SCP. Yeah.
Boy, 3 a.m.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Time to be burned near for the crow. Well, that was the SCP. Hope you enjoyed me
That
blundering to read.